welcome back. You already know, baby, season 2. You know we here, episode 2. As you can see, it's a lot going on. We love it this way. News better late than never. You know, we are here to catch you up. Me, the whole cast here. And once again, if you have not yet subscribed, please go ahead, like, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Please, Wayne Faye, we need your love, support, and everything. You already know I'm Brandon.
I'm Desiree.
I'm Shelly.
And as you can see, we have a very special guest here, y'all. I just have to emphasize, and I'm gonna go ahead and pass it to the young king. Go ahead, let the world know.
It's your boy P Dub, man. You already know how I'm coming. I'm rocking with Wayne Faye. You know, I'm collabing. You know, it's G1 Vision, man. You know, don't forget, check me out, man, on YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe. But you know, we in today.
We are here. And as my man said, please subscribe as well to his YouTube channel, because we just young black males and young women trying to do our thing, and we need your love and support to continue to grow. So thank you for all of that. And once again, y'all, season 2, episode 2, and it is no surprise because you know what we gotta open it up with. Of course, your president, cameraman, hey, your president, everybody's president, unfortunately mine as well.
I'm not claiming it.
We gotta get into Donald Trump. We have to get into Donald Trump and the impeachment that didn't actually happen to be an impeachment. So let's go ahead and get into that, and then it's just a lot. Shelly, please. Let's start with you on this, because we know how you feel about the Donald. Let's start.
I'm going to say it
Donald
like
Jose.
this. The Senate decided to just not do its job. They just said, we're just going to pass the buck, and Donald can just break the rule of law, do whatever he wants. And now, technically, we currently have a king in America, but no one wants to talk about that. Not only did he decide to just not get impeached, he has been impeached.
That did happen.
It didn't follow through.
It's a two-part process. So
Right.
he gets impeached by the House. He's impeached forever. Like, that's always it's going to go in history book as Donald Trump asterisk impeached. Asterisk not acquitted. It's a whole nother one. Like, he got off on a crime. Like, it's a lineage to this shit.
Yeah.
So he's going to get to do whatever he wants. And in proceeding to do so, he has now decided to fire in backlash and retaliation.
He didn't have to escort that man out the
He
White
took
House like that.
Lieutenant Colonel Vindman and Ambassador Sondland, the people who testified and told, he decided to take money that was supposed to be given to Ukraine for financial aid to protect their country, which also protects us.
Exactly.
Some shit we paid for.
Some shit we paid for.
You know, with our tax
dollars.
Right.
He wanted to keep that money because he wanted information on Joe Biden. And Ukraine was like, sure, we might help you the fuck out. Like, Ukraine was going to do it. But then the story broke because of a whistleblower saying, hey, this is illegal. It's not supposed to happen. But I guess it's illegal now.
Can't do that.
So he decided to fire these people who heard him say all of this because they were subpoenaed to testify, and they testified. So if you go against Donald, jackass Trump, you are going to get fired.
Exactly.
That is the way it's working now. Like, you are gone. If you are trying to save the country, you're gone.
That nigga really taking his reality serious. I'm sorry to cut you off, but he's really taking his reality serious into the White House. He just wanted to fire niggas so bad. But Desiree, please, now let's get your take on this.
Well, I was just gonna ask Shelly, so wasn't somebody just guilty by association? Like, didn't somebody have a twin brother that was fired as well?
Well, yes.
From the White
because
House?
when he decided to fire Lieutenant Colonel Vindman, he happens to also have a brother, a twin brother.
A twin.
Yevgeny Vindman.
That's whoa.
He said, you know what? You and your brother can go, and his brother ain't have nothing to do with it.
You know what?
He's like, it's some extra mafia-esque type shit. Like, I've never seen a president be so vicious and be like, you know what, you and you, your whole family can get it.
His twin, just so the viewers know, just so the viewers know,
I can't.
his twin, that's the nigga that wears the blue tie. So
It's
but-
wild.
It's wild. P-Dub, do you got anything to add on this?
I really feel like Trump, man, like he really just throwing his weight around, like more than him being a president. Like he's really not doing the best for us. Like he's really trying to control something that he's really not prepared for. Like the guy is, you really came in this as a brilliant like business mind, man, but so far as like holding your country,
Fucking controlling the country. What are you talking about? Yeah, you're a great
We ain't seen your
businessman.
taxes.
Nigga, you gonna sign
We
all
have
the
not seen
paperwork.
any taxes.
You gonna sign all the paperwork to benefit the wealthy, not even the rich, the wealthy. Like this is completely different. You know what I'm saying?
now.
Like even rich niggas is mad at this nigga.
Exactly.
But the wealthy's like, well, hey, I mean,
it's saving us. It's saving.
I mean, it's
Doing well.
we're doing well. So I mean,
Right.
definitely. I mean, Donald Trump. Does anyone else have anything on
I
this?
feel like a couple more because, for one,
It's all
Kansas City.
Oh yes.
Yes, Trump.
This is
It's in
your
Missouri.
president. Your president. Your president.
It's our
You
president.
voted for him.
It's our
For
president.
you.
Damn it.
Kansas City's in Missouri, and the fact that he just tweeted and thought there wasn't nobody gonna screenshot, catch it, nothing, is wild to me.
His PR shouldn't even let that shit slip.
Who is proofreading in the White House? You have one job.
So
It's a mess. It's been an ongoing situation. Like when he got impeached and acquitted, technically, so now he's free of all crimes and allegations, at least for right now. It's not like he's not going to commit more crimes because
He's gonna commit more
going
crimes.
to. That's just what he's
that
doing.
just
going to
backed him
happen.
up. That
It's
backed him
going to
up.
happen.
It's going to happen. Like I'm
Turned
not.
it up.
Exactly.
I'm not going to be shocked. Like I'm just going to keep telling you guys what he's doing because he's going to do some other criminal
He's not
shit.
done.
He's not done.
And Nancy see that shit.
It happened at the same time. Like he did that. He got acquitted. Like the day. It was just a whole sequence. Like we had the Iowa situation, then we rolled
Why can't people count?
this Trump saying some dumb shit at the State of the Union with a ripping up paper from Nancy Pelosi ripping up the speech about the State of the Union because when he gave the State of the
She already gave
Union,
him the clap the
like
first time.
it was just
That
asinine.
petty clap.
Like and
The
then the
petty
next
clap?
day he was acquitted. So like it was a sequence of weeks and then it's not gotten better. Then he fired people literally 2 days after all that. It was just wild.
I think that's
He's
just
a wild ass
They're
man.
about to lock down
that's
the White
the
House.
difference within this
gonna get wild.
president
They're about to lock it
because
down.
the level of power that he's already
I just
had
don't know.
coming in, and I think that power carries over, if not enhances. And that's why he's
It's
able to
enhancing.
roam like a motherfucker. And once again, if we don't vote,
That's where it matters.
if we don't vote, this guy, this crook, this criminal,
Man,
the president, as we call him,
more unfinished
he
work.
will be right back, unfinished. Like my guy said, brilliant
Unfinished.
ad lib. Thank you.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's
It's
Trump,
a lot.
of course. And I mean, you know what I'm saying? You know how we got to open up the show. It's unfortunate, but that's how we got to do it because we have to let y'all know because it's better late than never, goddamn. So now, which brings us to our next topic. Now, this one has been huge recently in just the last few days here. And when we air this shit, you know what I'm saying, who knows? But it's been very recent, and you know. So this is the topic of the interview that Gayle King has did with Lisa, women's NBA All-Star legend, Lisa Leslie. Okay, so the interview that she did with her, I mean, it definitely rambled the whole entire country. And I think it's just, and I've seen the interview. We've all seen it.
We've seen it.
And now, because before I didn't watch it, I was just looking at all the backlash, and I haven't yet watched it. So I was like, you know what? I am not going to attack this black woman like that. I'm not going to do that. Let me go and see. I mean, the masses is saying. We're not even going to get into right now what the masses is saying because, you know what I'm saying, like, we all got mamas. You know what I'm saying? Had mamas and mamas is why we here, goddammit. So whatever, however relate to you. But, so I wasn't going to personally attack this black woman, right? But I did go and do my due diligence, okay? And I did go ahead and watch the video. And that particular scene, I felt why she got it. Because for one, you brung up some reckless ass shit that didn't even need to be brung up because the shit was already taken care of, acquitted, whatever the fuck it was back in 2003. So the fact that we in 2020 and you bring some shit like that up that was super irrelevant, that's what drove the masses crazy because of as far as what he's done beyond that. Like, that shit's already been taken care of, and his wife has still been down since then and fucking held shit down. So, I need to know what y'all think about this because she kept probing, she kept, like, asking the same question just differently, and she just kept going in until Lisa was like, you know what? It's done. I think we should give this man that much respect and leave this shit alone, pretty much, is what she was fucking thinking and looking at the bitch like, I can't believe it. So, I actually want to start with you, Desiree. What do you think about this particular situation with Gayle King and the whole Kobe Bryant thing and all that?
I'm a little conflicted because it was okay when she was asking these questions to R. Kelly and when she was doing all these extra interviews, which is like, I get it. Like, the R. Kelly interview was for her to ask those questions. This interview with her and Lisa, it really wasn't the setting that she was making it into be. We were here to remember a legacy. We were here to remember you and his friendship, for one, because you probably have known him, who even knows, since they were teenagers, I think it was, before they were teenagers.
Correct, yeah.
So it's just like, let's just respect that aspect. And it's just like, and at the end of the day, Gayle has to take some responsibility because as a Black woman, you got your questions a couple days ahead of time. So when you were reading these questions, like, did you not go to whoever you needed to go to? Like, I don't think it's that time to ask this type of question. Maybe, you know what I'm saying, in the future we might, or whatever. I just feel like if they're not here anymore, then nobody cares.
You're right, and just to chime in off of what you said, because just like Lisa Leslie said, I mean, if we wanted to ask these questions, we could have asked them fucking 20 years ago. You know what I'm saying? So why ask the questions now?
And if that person didn't want to testify, then she missed her moment. I'm sorry to say, that's sad, but write a non-fictional book about it, write something about it to get those emotions out. But the fact that this man is not with us anymore, it's not your time to get those emotions out. We're not giving her the light anymore. She had her time to get the light. She didn't want to testify. She settled. She got whatever payment or whatever it was deaded. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, you should have fought for it then. Like, right. I'm kind of just over fighting for it 7 years later, and I'm over it. Like, we're going to fight for it when it happens.
I just have to say it like this. I mean, I love Gayle King. I love who she is. I love what she does. I love what she represents. I don't fault. I mean, the question maybe shouldn't have been asked of Lisa Leslie because she has nothing to do with the situation, and that's how I feel. Like, this has nothing to do with this woman whatsoever. And you're trying to remember Kobe, yes. What I do not appreciate at this moment is the death threats that they are trying to aspire to this woman. Like, how are y'all going to come for Gayle King when she's the most fairest, truest, honest journalist out there? Like, she does the best interviews. Like, if I die and/or if I ever become top notch of something and I want my story to be reflected correctly,
right,
I'm going to Gayle fucking King. She not gonna skew my words. Like, she gonna ask all the tough questions and I'm gonna handle it. Just like she did with R. Kelly. Like, we loved that fucking interview.
It was a good interview.
It was the best interview of R. Kelly anyone's ever gotten.
Because he got all in his feelings.
He was in his feelings and revealed his whole truth. So, Gayle King gets deep. But if we can't be threatening this Black woman, she is 70 years old. Like, she's, in my mind, someone's grandmother, auntie, mom. Like,
right.
How are we gonna do that? Like, that's not allowed. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna do that, and I'm not gonna be here for that. Like, if that's what Black people want to do and want to tear each other one down, I'm not here to help you do that. Not gonna do that. I may not like the question, and I'm allowed to have that feeling, but I'm not gonna try to tear her down.
But you know what?
Because she made one simple mistake over her whole career. She made one simple mistake.
Right.
That's true.
It happens. She's human.
We talked about this episode Nakers last week.
Look at our fucking president. I
We need to
agree.
give them a pass.
I definitely-
No one's
definitely
giving him
true.
a lot of fucking death threats and
That's
wanting to
the
wish him
crazy
ill will, and he's on the verge of getting us killed.
Mhm.
And we're going to try to take down this black woman. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to be here for it.
And so, I mean,
That's true.
P Dub, I mean,
Man.
do you got anything to add? Like,
First
this
and
is
foremost,
wild.
man, rest in peace, Kobe Bryant, man. You was a true legend. Like, you really made me believe in one point in time when I used to play sports, man. You really made me believe. Besides Jordan, you really did it for me. But for how the way they just took it for what's been happening since your past, since Kobe's past, it's like for her to take it as to do it for like numbers for what I honestly think, like that is really fucked up right there. And for the whole fact of her, I think someone else should be taking the blame because who, like you said, Desiree, like who was the person that was behind the scenes to approve that to say, hey, go ahead and go with that? And then
Who
she
gave her these
stuck with it.
questions?
Who
Right.
gave her these questions? Like, come on, who allowed that? So I think they should take the blame with it also. But, you know, like I said, rest in peace, Kobe and Lisa Leslie, you handled that right, man. Like,
Good, wonderful.
I don't blame the bash.
Nope.
And then, and that was very well put from all of you because this was like literally one of the biggest topics like this whole week. So
I'm saying one more thing.
yes,
I'm sorry.
please.
I'm sorry.
No,
But
please.
I feel like this is like the same thing Shelly said. Like this is a growing example. Us as African American people don't know how to communicate with each other. If I'm not, I mean, I got to play the race card. But if white people have a dispute with each other, then I'm going to take you to court. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. If black people have a dispute with each other, then now I got to take you. I got to kill. I got to do this. I got to do that. I got to disrupt your whole household. We can never sit down and just have a back and forth conversation. We might not agree on what the other person is saying, but sending a death threat as to, you know what I'm saying, even just asking her why she even decided to do that. Nobody asked her why she decided to do that. They just told her they was about to run up in her house and, you know what I'm saying, like come through. But it's just like it's 2020. Let's look through our 2020 visions. Let's be able to have a conversation with people because at the end of the day, we need to get our words together because the Ebonics was cute for, you know what I'm saying, a minute, but we need to beat them at their own game. Get a little educated and get your lives together. You should be able to have a conversation
Definitely.
without risking going to jail.
Definitely. And then if I could just go ahead and add with that, I think all of you are absolutely correct. I would just have to put the fact in that, you know, we can't really fault Gil, okay, for that. Like, I get that, but at the same time, we have to ask questions.
Let's go.
And while I said that you were better than her or better than a lot of black reporters and things like that is because, you know what I'm saying, they do have these major platforms. And the fact that you would say, you know, I wouldn't tear down another black person, right? But this is exactly what they're doing. Because you can say that Gail made the mistake or if someone wrote the question, whatever the case was, and she read the question, but as a true black woman, and this is my personal opinion, no one has to agree. This is why we do the fucking show. so, you know what I'm saying? So this is my personal opinion on that. Okay, like let's say they really made her ask that question. Like let's say she was really against it. Like, listen, I don't think that's right. But the network that's bigger, beyond, above you, this is what you got to do or you're going to lose your fucking job, okay? So she asked the fucking question. Okay, that's fine.
That's a good point.
You asked the question, she responded to it and said, well, you know what? I don't see that as him. That's not the person that I know. He's never been that. He's never been the guy to say, hey, you know, go get that girl. I don't know him as that. And then, okay, that's fine. Okay, perfect. That's not Kobe. Okay, that's what I want to hear. Move the fuck on. Because you did what they said.
Yeah,
You asked the question.
That linger was a
You
little
asked the question. Okay, you as a
question.
black woman knowing what's up, you move the fuck on. Now, like I said, me watching this shit,
I agree.
and then she just kept fucking lingering on the same topic. That's when I was okay for the moment. When Uncle Snoop A legend in his own right.
I love how you said okay for the moment.
For the moment, though, like you gotta hear me out.
God.
Key word, emphasize the moment, because this is not internally, but for the moment. Uncle Snoop, when he called her, and I would love to reiterate,
Let's not.
I gotta do it because guess what? It's my fucking show. It's our show, and I can say it.
We got a job to do.
And people
Fine,
gonna
go
be
ahead.
mad at me. But when he called Gayle King, and I think in history, Snoop Dogg is the first person to call somebody this. But a funky dog head bitch is what he called Gayle King. And at the moment, because that's how he felt for all the supporters that he got, because he on this platform. So they hit him like, bro, you believe this shit that she said? So, bro, like, I'm okay with her asking the question, but to me, that just says coon shit. And everybody come to say, and I hear Charlamagne the God and shit like that, because I'm gonna throw names out there because I feel like, nigga, we ready. I feel like, you know what I'm saying, we at this platform of our own to where we can do this shit, get noticed. This man is like, oh, well, you know, we shouldn't come at it. Like, no, we shouldn't do death threats and shit like that. I'm all for that. Like, that shit is beyond, okay? Like you miss me with that shit.
We shouldn't do death threats.
Death threats
But
and
we
all
can
that
call
shit.
her a funky dog, haired ass.
I don't understand.
That
No,
was funny.
it was absolutely hilarious.
I'm
It was
fucking dead.
it was funny. Like, 'cause when I saw it, I was like,
If that's how you have to
this-
release it, then
I mean, he
That's
had
funny.
to. He had
That's
to.
absolutely funny
He
what
had
he
to.
said. Like, I
I'm
love
dead. I
that
can't.
Snoop said it like that. Initially, I just don't. When he said it, I just took it as like, really, Snoop, this is what you're gonna say about her, like. I
He
get
working
it.
next to Martha.
Like you, like,
That's up,
but,
right?
like,
That's
you can't,
up.
like you can't just say that about Gayle King. And I'm glad that he
No,
decided to
I
issue
think
an apology after that.
listen, I
Because
think
he was
everything
about
is
to
fine.
incite a whole riot. Like, you know,
I think everything-
way too many
he
people
had to
listen
do
to
it.
Uncle
He
Snoop
had
like
to
that.
do it.
Like,
He had to
so
do
He has a lot
He
of
had to
he
do
has
it.
he has a big influence now. Like, he really needs to think about his own brand. Like, he has a
That's a
big
good
influence.
thing. That's a good
And I'm
thing.
glad he decided to issue an apology. I get he was in his feelings, but sometimes you need to think about what you are going to say before you say it, because saying certain things can get you in a lot of trouble.
Exactly.
That's the way life is.
Cause Snoop's career like really converted over. Like he tracked it. Like he brought in a whole nother different type of crowd of fans. So by him doing it, I think he woke a lot of new fans that came on to Snoop not really knowing the old Snoop.
I know the old Snoop.
Exactly.
Yes, old Snoop will do that. That's why I think the new Snoop, I'm like,
Exactly.
the new person I know, it would not say that. Now, the old Snoop absolutely would
You
drag
understand
a
me.
bit.
Exactly. Like, I guess that makes sense.
Like, that
But,
would
like,
absolutely
did he
happen.
just have
Right.
a gospel album that went like?
I believe he did. Like, that's
He
where
did
it
come
works.
out with a gospel
Like-
album. He started
Oh,
with
yeah.
He's more
Can't,
You
you gotta
gotta
pick, you gotta pick a
himself
lane.
into a good
You do
person.
have to pick a
He
lane.
It's Uncle Snoop.
And
He
I'm
can
glad
do
he had to
anything.
apologize.
Like,
He just had to
listen,
apologize.
just like how they
Makes
said, like I said, we like
You should have said
to.
that in his privacy.
We well before we leave this particular topic, we just have to give the roses to our legends now, while they can still smell them. And Uncle Snoop,
Right.
Snoop Dogg is definitely one of those ones, and I definitely want to stress that and give him that. It's unfortunate, but Gayle King, we have to do better, and Oprah, we have to do better. Because it's like y'all constantly putting a magnifying glass on your own community when y'all taking pictures with the same fucking sex offenders and shit, but y'all ain't doing no documentaries or no interviews with them. So y'all need to cut the shit out. That's when the coon shit comes in. And that's when real black community that y'all ain't been to forever because y'all fucking outer space with your billions of dollars. Like, come on, man, cut the fuck out. Like, real black community ain't fucking with this shit. And that's why they went in on Gayle King's fucking head. So if y'all don't understand from outer space, we telling you here from Earth in real black communities that this shit ain't okay. All right? So
We're trying to say it as respectfully as
as respectfully as possible.
we trying to put some sugar on top. Like, we just
As quick as we can.
A little salt baby on y'all motherfucking ass, man. But you know what I'm saying? That's that. And once again, we gotta let y'all know season 2, baby, episode 2. We got our special guest, P Dub, in the building, y'all. You know what I'm saying? We want to thank you for coming through, man. Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to his channel, G1 Visits. We'll get into a lot more of that later. Let's get into our next topic. Now, this, I kind of want to start this off. Now, Okay, I really want to bring this in the best way possible. Okay, like it's tough, right? Being a, like, let's say like you really caught a big break, like, you know what I'm saying, like in life. Okay, if anybody, like, let's say the channel blew up, whatever, like at some point, whatever, fuck, like you catch a big break, whatever, music, sports, whatever, right? And that shit fades away, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? It fades away, right? And then, but in the moment, you know what I'm saying, you having a lot of relationships, you spreading a lot of seeds, which means you having a lot of kids and shit like that. So, like, let's say, like, you just a male figure, you know what I'm saying, you know, blew up at a time, and then you took advantage of your fame and your money, and you got a lot of kids and shit like that. And before that, you had a couple kids, but your fame hit, you really started having kids, nigga. So, and then that shit fades. So then, like, you know what I'm saying, like, you gotta support these kids, nigga. Like, so you know,
by any means.
By any means. So it's like,
by any means necessary.
By any means necessary. You have to support these kids. You know what I'm saying? If you had the children, and if you don't know who we're actually talking about, this has been a story as well, and I actually respect the individual because he did a video and actually spoken to it. So, but we're talking about Young Joc, okay? We're talking about Young Joc and him actually driving for Uber, Lyft, I don't fucking know. He probably doing both of them motherfuckers, switch one off when one ain't hot. I don't know. So, but we're talking about Young Joc, you know what I'm saying? And him, this is probably one of his many of hustles, okay? That he has hustles. You know what I'm saying? Like we're not even gonna sit here and downplay Young Joc. And I fucks with Young, like, I know, like, this nigga was like this. This was the first nigga.
He's a great artist, too.
Like, he's an excellent artist, you know what I'm saying? And he's a great entertainer, like, nonetheless. You know what I'm saying? Like we can at least give him that. So, the fact that he would even go publicly and just say, yeah, nigga, like, I'm driving for, like, nigga, it's nothing. Like, nigga, you know what I mean? So, I just want to get y'all take on P-Dub. I actually want to start with you on this one.
All right.
Like, what you think about this particular thing?
One thing I can give Joc, man, that he's really not ashamed, man. He's really not ashamed, man. So, Young Joc, he's taking, like, whatever chances he really have right now. So, if it really comes down, you got to think about it. You can't really bash him too much about it because you're not in his shoes. So, if you get in his shoes and understand, you know, when you look at your kids and things like that for the things they need, you know, he's been there before. He didn't experience the finer life and everything. But it's not there for him no more. I don't know what the situation was, why Joc is in the position he's in now. But as in right now, he can't sit back and just wait on that. He got to do what he got to do. He really do. He got to get out there and do what he has to do.
That's the way it needs to be. Like,
anyone who go and take it, man.
I just don't understand why people want to shame someone for working. Period.
I'm sorry. Listen, I'm so sorry. But because I want Shirley to continue, but I just have to drop an important fact really quick because he said why someone would want to shame someone for working. And let me drop you in on a little fact. Warren Buffett, if you don't know, one of the richest, if not the richest, men in America today, the nigga works every day. Okay, so you can't escape work. Okay, I'm sorry.
You gotta work. I mean, you have to work to live, and if you have children, you have to work even harder. So if this man is out here doing whatever he has to do to support his children, that's just what you do. And I don't know what people are thinking. Like, how the hell are you taking that Uber, bitch, if you didn't go to work?
Right. And Young Joc got you there. Young Joc got you there.
And Young Joc got me to work. That sounds like a better story than letting me bash you for working. Like, oh my God, Young Joc is driving my goddamn Uber, bitch. What is up, yo?
You would never get a better Uber ride.
Like, 5 stars. Holy shit.
Off rip.
Yeah.
Come on. I would love a celebrity to drive me to work.
If it's Lyft, nigga, I'm gonna tip you, nigga, because you know
I'm
Uber ain't got the
excited.
tip.
I'm gonna be excited.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave.
I honestly think he did Uber a big favor. He put the spotlight on
He
y'all.
really
It's your
did.
spotlight.
Yeah.
And someone who knocks it, you know what? You're a dick. Go suck one. Because
Right, you just ain't
I swear. Stop it. Like, you know what? We should really be trying to magnify the fact that this man is really doing what he can to support his kids. And Desiree, like, what do you got to say about that?
I just think that it's a double standard because I think that the same people that are sending death threats to Gayle King are the same people downplaying Young Jock for driving an Uber for his kids. Like, you have to pick a lane and stick to it. You can't, you know what I'm saying, downplay everybody. You got to support something. If the nigga working, he working. But if he wasn't paying his child support, he wouldn't be nothing either. So it's just like he got 10 kids. He taking care of all of his clan. He taking care of them.
Food for thought, people. Food for
That's
thought.
what I gotta say. That's what I
Wayne
gotta say.
Fanians. Hold on. Can we call the crowd Wayne Fanians? Or what's the... Who are the viewers? Who's the viewers? Okay, we'll get to that later. But, you know what I'm saying? But, man, listen. Shout out to Young Jock, man. He doing his thing, you know what I'm saying? He doing what he gotta do, you know what I'm saying? And then you still like you still like a legend in the Atlanta scene that took it worldwide, you know what I'm saying? We out here, bro, in Phoenix, Arizona, bro, and like, you know what I'm saying, you reached us. So bro, shout out to you, what you doing, bro. You doing big shit. And big kudos to Young Jock. And to keep it on the artist level, you know what I'm saying? Like next up, I mean, we got the biggest troller, but before I say the biggest troller or / bully, whatever the world or the masses would like to, you know what I'm saying, portray him, I'm just gonna say once again, since I feel like this episode is that, you know what I'm saying, we giving, you know what I'm saying, our fellow legends, living legends, you know what I'm saying, that roses and shit while they can smell them right now. And you know what I'm saying? We're talking about, if you don't know, we're talking about 50 Cent.
It's 50.
It's 50, man. Like, come on, man. Like, this guy right now, like, it's really been all over. Like, this man has been back and forth with Tierra Marie. Like, I don't know how long, but it's just been killing my time feed. Like, and I guess it's like over 5,000, I don't know, 10,000, I don't know what it is, but he is really trolling though. But the whole topic is like how 50 is the biggest troller, and I think he got something going on with French Montana right now. So let's go ahead and get to that. Desiree, what you think about this particular joint right here?
It's just so sad, but he's consistent. Like, if he wasn't so consistent with his collections, he don't care if you white, black, male, female,
He's at you.
dog, rabbit,
He's taking you down.
He's at
anything. Oh, you're two? Well, you borrowed $2 from me
He's
yesterday.
taking you
I
down.
need you to pay that. Like, he doesn't care. Like, so, I mean, the consistency is lit, but it's a little much. Like, that's the main reason that we hear
Is he petty
about.
Cent now?
It's getting a little
petty
much.
Cent?
Like,
He's always petty.
but you're not making music.
He's
You're
the
doing
most, okay, no, I'm saying like this. He is the most petty person that there is to date. That is just who 50 Cent is.
50, man.
I am never surprised.
Come on the show, 50, man. We got to hear from you.
I'm never surprised when I hear
Ja
50
Rule
Cent has
alone is
done
wild.
something like slap somebody, or he's saying you owe him money, or he's buying out your front row seat ticket so no one's at your show. That's what he
That
does.
one right there was hilarious. Like that was history right there. Like, come on,
That was his, like, that's just what he does, and I don't know. I would say one day I would love to be that
That was
petty.
really fucking classic.
I would love to one day. be
Like,
that
bro,
petty.
He got time.
bro,
He got time.
you got so much time and so much money,
He's
bro.
got time.
Like you cannot do that to people,
No,
bro.
got time.
it hurts.
Like,
man.
bro, listen. Like, bro, you don't already took Ja Rule out the game. Now you trying to stop this nigga like his fucking greatest of all time classic tour. Nigga, like, come on, bro. Like, nigga, Ja Rule still got the bangers. You cannot
Ja
buy
Rule
out
did.
his fucking
Ja Rule
first
did.
row to the 10th row tickets. Nigga, you cannot do that. Bro, you cannot do that, bro. Like, bro,
That's
can
who
you
he is.
imagine
That's
how that would like
That's
mentally
50.
mind like
50.
fuck somebody? Like, bro, you're a
But
star.
you're always gonna
and
hear stories like
nigga,
that.
nigga,
It
the
is.
nosebleeds is cracking, nigga, but front row is like dead.
Like you're always gonna hear something.
Come
though,
on,
but you're-
man.
Yeah,
It's
that's
never.
bad.
You're never not gonna be shocked.
We gotta
by
do
that.
better.
He didn't even buy it out. He didn't even buy it out and let everybody in the back move
No.
up to the front. He just bought it out and let everybody who bought their tickets still sit in the
Because he
back.
had security and saying, no, y'all niggas can't come up here. I know he had security stopping niggas like,
Oh,
look, bro,
my
there-
God.
there's nobody
there.
there.
Yeah.
We want to see, nigga,
We leaving-
down ass bitch. Like, we want to see it. Like,
That's
come on,
it,
man.
yeah,
Like,
man, 50 is a true bully, man.
bully,
I can
man.
really label that man as a bully.
He is.
He's
He is.
entertaining at the same time, but at the same time, he is bashing his people.
I want him to stop. There's a lot of dumb people.
Yeah.
It's
Like
a
I need him to stop. At some point in
Exactly.
time, he's gotta want to do better. But I don't think he's gonna do
I don't
better.
think 50's going to change.
I don't think he's gonna change.
That's his ballpark.
We're gonna hear another 50 Cent story because that keeps him relevant, hardcore,
It really
doing
does.
some other petty mess, and we're here for that.
It really does, man.
hey, man, shout out to 50, man. 50 is just
It's
like,
entertainment.
but once again, one of the greatest of all time. But you know what I'm saying? 50, like, do this shit for somebody else. One of these racist ass country motherfuckers, buy out they old front rows. Like,
Well, they front row.
do something different. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? Like, man, like, I'm excited about this particular show because we've been real music heavy, you know what I'm saying, with all the crazy nonsense, drama, petty shit that's the internet been going crazy over, you know what I'm saying? So this one is really jam-packed with that. Next topic, y'all. This shit is crazy, right? Because, and once again, it comes down to race. It always, with our shit, it's fucking the president and fucking race because if you really think about it, there's two things in reality you can't escape, goddamn it. It's always going to be a president, like, signing off shit to stop you, and then fucking race, the niggas is hate you. So, that's just what it is.
Stop the hating.
Stopping or fucking hating. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, you stopping or you hating. Nigga, it's either one of the two. But the next thing, man, this shit blew up crazy. This is a story about, you know what I'm saying? Hey, man, Megan Thee Stallion, y'all. Hey, she been doing her thing, you know what I'm saying? She really been blowing up, yo. Like,
And
she
she's
really,
educated and
she educated. Going to give her her fucking credit. Going to give her her credit. Give her her credit,
She
then.
has posted videos. How she got a show, she got a paper, she about to
Wow.
own
Here's your
shit.
roses while you can smell them, boo boo, okay? You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Megan
Definitely
Thee
about those
Stallion,
shit.
man. She really doing her thing. You know what I'm saying? But she really came up, you know what I'm saying, on the internet going crazy, once again, trolling her fans. It was just a lot of just really hit at once, I guess you could say, if you really follow her. So, the whole thing with her posting the video, right, with her and G-Eazy, that drove the internet fucking crazy. Now, why that is, I would have to think because it's a race issue. But I want to get y'all take on it before I really manifest. So, Shelly, let's start with you on this one.
Well, I personally love G-Eazy. Huge. I don't know what it is.
fan.
I love Gerald.
Not Gerald.
Oh, you know the nigga real man.
Yes, I love him.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Okay.
So I love
Okay.
Gerald.
Love him. And Megan Thee Stallion is phenomenal. I could definitely see it. I understand. I don't know. In my mind, it's probably a publicity stunt because that's just what they do nowadays.
Yeah.
To get their names back in the
Relevant.
media, make them relevant because there's not like they're super hot artists, but you know, they're still out there.
They're out there.
But
They build a foundation.
Exactly.
I think the internet gets on my nerves because people act so incredulous towards interracial relationships, period. Like the memes and comments out there just asinine.
It's hurtful,
Right.
though.
It's like there are
think it's
interracial
beyond that.
couples right now that are like,
Right.
this happens all the time. And G-Eazy seems like someone who would be with a black woman. Why are we mad?
Why are we mad?
Right.
Why are we?
But is he taking care of her?
Is he taking care of her?
That should be the
Is
only
she
question.
And if I feel like if we already accepted his style of music,
Right.
how he
More-
comes out with the style of music that we like, why can't we accept what he chose, or if it's really real?
If
that's
it's
really
real.
So-
But I mean, there are pictures of him back in the day dating people.
I mean, he's
at least going to.
he's from the
seems
Bay.
like- He's Definitely dated a few black women before.
Man, he's from the Bay. All his
Before he
partners
became-
is black.
he definitely
Come on,
is.
Out
man.
there.
Yeah,
He's out
he's
there.
out there, man.
Like, I
Come
believe
on, man.
that he understands and would definitely walk that life and understand her life and respect her for who she is.
Right.
And not try to denigrate he's not doing it because of the color of her skin. It's just that black
I
women
think it
bring
was all for
something
just
different.
publicity. They ain't about to.
That's what he likes.
So,
But it's
hold on,
definitely
man.
probably publicity.
I need you to elaborate.
It's definitely all
I mean,
publicity.
it's all
It's not
publicity. Like
important.
it's all publicity. Like if we post this video, like at the end of the day, if we have some hits that's out, we got some followers. You know what I'm saying? If I get in the room with the right person, if I get in the room with Beyonce, yes, I will post a video with Beyonce.
Unless you make you sound Indiana.
She might make me sound Indiana. Not a good
You ain't
example.
going in that motherfucker
Not a
with no
good
phone.
example. If I get on Wildin' Out or something,
Jay-Z
then
gonna slap the
I will
phone out
post a
your
video.
hand. We seen that nigga do it.
Nah.
Wow.
You're
So,
not posting no video on
but Beyonce a bad example. But you know what I mean? Like I'm gonna take my moment. Like we're here together. We both got enough followers. Like it's a collaboration. That's what we're doing.
Exactly.
It's a collaboration. That's
Pretty
what
much.
they're doing.
Yeah.
And I'm here for it.
Exactly. You know.
But
I'll take it.
we shouldn't want to chastise people who get into interracial relationships because there are people who
it's
do
done.
it who still get backlash. Like you have Young Jeezy and Jenny Ma who are a beautiful
Yeah.
couple and they wanted to fillet her alive because she's dating a black man.
Right.
What is the problem, people?
What is it going to be?
Right.
It is 2020.
Right.
We gotta pick our poisons now.
Uh-huh.
Look at me.
That's
You
right.
think it was just two
Like,
black people that just
You can't do that. I'm here for
Come
love.
on, man.
If love whoever you want in my mind. I literally don't give a fuck.
You know what I'm
Bro.
saying? You gotta do
Right.
Just do you. Just don't harm no one. You know what I'm saying? Just don't harm no one, and then whatever you want to do is perfectly fine. You know what I'm saying? Spread love and peace, and then that's just what it's all about. All right, y'all. Yeah, and definitely speaking of the racial relationships, because the whole G-Eazy, Megan Thee Stallion thing, that set everything off, right? So, but I remember, and then I'm a little embarrassed. I'm not gonna lie, because when that whole Jeezy thing dropped, Young Jeezy, and when they said he with this Asian chick and the internet went crazy, like I was like, oh wow, like, and this is before. I'm like, wow. And I don't know why until just a couple days ago, guys, I just realized that the Asian chick was actually Jenny Ma from The Real, the cast. Like, I had no clue that it was actually her. And then when I kind of looked into it, I'm like, wow, I didn't really see that going. Like, you're talking about Young Jeezy. And then this little Asian chick from The Real, like, she cool and all, but I just didn't see that chemistry. So I just want to know what y'all think about it. Desiree, what you think about that?
I think that people underestimate chemistry. I think that when people are looking for chemistry, they're looking for, because I'm African American, then I need an African American chemistry, when really it might be something deeper than that, or just because you have different skin tones or colors. Like, people really section what they're looking for instead of just being out and open and like actually just looking for an authentic love. They're so picky and judgmental of what type of love that they're looking for, then you never really know. There'd probably be mixed and interracial relationships all over the place if people would actually, if racism wasn't as big as it is.
Well, that's the problem. Is people want to judge them because people see it just like the G-Eazy and the Megan Thee Stallion situation of this black man is now dating this Asian woman, and well, why is he doing this? That shouldn't be the case. Like, we are in 2020, and if that's why we still keep judging whether people love who they love, then that's a problem. We shouldn't be. That's irrelevant to the point.
It really is.
Like, you love who you love, and that's who you love. Like, I'm not gonna knock it.
At the end of the day, we all human.
Why are we judging them? Like, they need to be allowed to lie.
You know
Let
what I'm
them love.
saying? Like, damn, you still got, you know what I mean? You're a human being
Let them love.
at
I'm
the
just
end
gonna
of the
leave it.
day. So,
Let
I
them
mean,
love.
That's true.
that's
Yeah.
definitely wild right there. But, you know, shout out to, you know what I'm saying, all those parties there, you know what I'm saying, Megan Thee Stallion, G-Eazy, Young Jeezy, of course.
Publicly stunned or not.
You know.
I mean, if it's a publicity stunt, nigga is licking Fendi off my face, then tag me. Because that's an expensive ass makeup alone.
Like,
so.
because that nigga can afford to put it back. So like,
I'm just saying.
Hey.
I'm saying, tag me.
Just shout out
So,
We'll
loud.
make it
I
work.
mean,
Let's get some
You know what I'm saying?
Like-
Shout out to Jeezy, man, because you know what I'm saying?
Oh, he hate that.
Because niggas is looking at Megan Thee Stallion and they just see this little slim ass nigga like, all right, little white nigga. Shout out to Jeezy, man. You know what I'm saying? You doing your thing, man. You know what I'm saying? And Jenny, Jeezy, Jenny, it got a ring to it. You know what I'm saying? I definitely, you know what I'm saying, wish y'all the best. And now we get into the segment for the, you know what I'm saying, what we doing for y'all, because it is Black History Month. We gotta let y'all know, baby, we got 29 motherfucking days this month, baby.
29.
We got 29.
Come on with the extra day. Come on with the extra day.
And
Come on, leap year.
We live it right now. So, you know what I'm saying? It's Black History Month. And, you know what I'm saying? Last week, we gave y'all definitely a Black History fact. You know what I'm saying? We definitely gave y'all something. But this week, we definitely wanted to do something slightly bit different. And I kind of came up with the whole deal of, you know what? Let's give our roses to the legends, the Black legends that are still here while they can still smell them.
Right.
So, and this particular person that I'm talking about here, I mean, it's no ifs, ands, or buts. So I definitely wanted to start it off with the new Black History legend for our generation. We ain't, shout out to Rosa Parks and all them, but we wasn't there around that time. But big shout out to them. But we talking about what we've seen. And right now, I want to give the roses to this young man. I'm talking about Percy Miller, aka Master P, y'all. This is in our generation. Once again, I'm 33. In our generation, talk about that timeline only, okay? And in his timeline, that nigga like 50. So, Master P, Percy Miller, you know what I'm saying? Government, but this is the first black man, okay, that has been a rapper, okay? A actor, okay? A NBA player. This nigga was a professional athlete, okay? Put some respect on his name. A movie producer, a movie director, okay? A shoe designer, an inventor, a food distributor, a philanthropist, okay? A businessman, a mogul, okay? The list goes on. A real estate genius. Master P, okay? So the fact that this man has lived millions of people's dreams in his own lifetime is just, that's remarkable in itself, that he can accomplish so many things. And I really think that he deserves his credit in Black History Month as why he's still living. P-Dub, you got anything to take on this particular legend?
I do, man. You know, Master P, man, he's definitely an artist. I can't even just say an artist, just like a true entrepreneur that just has his hands in everything. Like, he really inspired me because I can kind of relate to that. Like, my hand stays in everything. But it hits me in a way that when Master P, like, he's into so much and he's successful with a lot of it, a lot of things I want to say that we sweep under the rug. Like, Master P is definitely a mogul. Like, man, this guy is really big. But Master P, you know, I believe he really deserves this in the, like, Black History Month, man. Like, you know, he done showed us a lot. Like, a lot of artists that we hear today, a lot of them kind of takes his blueprint. Like, you know, shout out to Nipsey Hussle, rest in peace, man. You know, he really gave him his props and his credit. He really did.
Great.
But, you know, Master P is one of them guys. He is, man.
Yes, he really is.
Sure.
I'm here for it. I think that's it's time for Black people to get their due diligence in life, and Master P is one of those people who definitely deserves it. Like, his music, his work ethic, his philanthropy, like, he's all out there doing his damn thing, and I'm here for that. Just do it.
I'm here for the Master P and the No Limit Soldiers. Let's
Yeah.
talk about that. Let's not forget the soldiers.
Let's not forget the soldiers.
Let's not forget the soldiers. So I just feel like, what is the saying? If you have 6 jobs, then that helps you become a millionaire or something like that.
Right.
Well, you named it 8 altogether. So like it's just he's just flourishing and exceeding all expectations, and I feel like nobody could have even did it better or handled it better or even have executed it better because
oh God, oh God,
he's definitely always gonna be a household name.
yes,
Always.
Exactly.
Always.
I really think like he really has broken a chain
mm-hmm.
that's really like made way for today, as in just industry.
Mm-hmm.
Period. Like Master P is a great
No scandals.
at all.
No scandals.
And no whammies, no
No
whammies.
scandal life is nice.
No scandals. No
Hey,
nice.
No
man.
scandal life is nice.
I swear, and then not only that fact, but let's also shed some light that this is a black man that has been in his children's life from the
Same
beginning,
time.
okay,
That's the
and
same
had
time.
his children with him, no matter what level of celebrity or what. His children was right there beside him every time and still with him to the day. And I think that doesn't get enough credit as well. So I also want to share the fact that a phenomenal father, husband, whatever fuck, whoever. I mean, this guy is just, he's hitting every barrier. And once again, no scandal, no whammies. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to P. I mean, just remarkable, man. You definitely, you made me see things different to be a black owner and business to own your. You always say, get you some product. Get you some product. That's what you always say. Get you some, and all your, if you want to be successful, get you some product. So, you know what I'm saying? We learned that from you. Like, you were the greatest, hands down. We definitely want you to have your roses while you can still smell them. You know what I'm saying? So, this was the Black Fact for episode 2. It definitely goes out to Percy Miller, a.k.a. Master P, the Great. We appreciate all that you have done for communities, black communities, I want to stress. Like, you the one that's really in black communities making a change. We ain't talking about all the, you know what I'm saying, the political motherfuckers that talk the talk but ain't walking the walk.
Right.
You really in these black communities doing as much as you can to make the change. So we appreciate you for that. And now we get into, you know what I'm saying, another highlight segment of the show is Went Crazy. This is Final Thought. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to start it off with you, Shelby. Go ahead and get into your final thought.
My final thought is going to be, as it always is and always is going to be at this time, everyone get yourselves out, get yourself registered, canvas for your people, and go vote.
Go vote.
You
Keyword
can't change.
is registered.
Register.
Don't show up at the last minute and
And
be
go
like,
vote.
oh, it's a process.
That's my final thought. Get out, go vote.
That's a good final thought. You guys, please go ahead and go vote because, once again, our fate is in everyone's hands, and you definitely have a piece. So please do your part.
Exactly.
Desiree, what is your final thought?
My final thought goes out to Mama Ru. Shout out to RuPaul for making history. The first ever drag queen to cover Vanity Fair. He's still Black History as well because we're still coming out, I think it's season 12 for RuPaul's Drag Race. And RuPaul's All Stars is out. We got AJ and the Queen. He is a queen of all queens. And RuPaul has never steered me wrong, has never told me anything that is it's just so self-empowering. So just happy Ru year. Happy
Shout
Ru
out to
year.
RuPaul, man.
Happy New Year.
I've been seeing
Soundtracks and
RuPaul.
all.
I've been seeing RuPaul as a kid, so I know he been putting in work
Man,
for an
soundtracks
awfully
and all.
long time. So definitely
Awesome.
shout out to RuPaul because you definitely
Albums, everything.
have breaking barriers yourself. We also want to give you your roses while you can smell them because you have done a lot.
Definitely making the way for a lot of people
you
trying to get a
definitely
name
done
out there
lot.
for
You
themselves.
definitely done a lot. And I would definitely consider you Black history culture as well because you did it your way. And you did this shit being you and you loving you. So shout out to RuPaul and P-Dub. Let's go ahead and get into your final thought.
Yeah,
what you
so
got?
my final thought, man, for today is the coronavirus, man. Like, if you feel the symptom, man, this is for the sake of everybody, man. Like, save us all. Please.
A slight cough, a slight throat itch. I don't know what it is.
Please. Like, they says it's serious. It's really serious.
Fucking Charlie horse, nigga. I don't care. Just wear the mask, nigga.
I
Wear
want
the
somebody
mask.
who was coughing
Please.
around me. Don't play with me. I don't sneeze without covering
fuck
nothing. I'm gonna hurt your feelings. Period.
Most deaf, man. Like,
Get you a mask if you're not gonna cover your mouth.
exactly.
Sneeze all that back into you. Like, don't sneeze it out to everybody else. So I definitely.
Take that serious.
That is phenomenal. That's phenomenal. And you know what? Shout out to the people in the workplace, because I've been seeing a lot of y'all with the mask.
Get
You know what I'm
your
saying?
skin
And then
away.
that's just me being, you know what I'm saying, not
Thank you.
aware. So shout out to the people that was aware, but y'all was still an ass because y'all ain't say fucking shit. Y'all just sitting there with y'all masks on, y'all looking at everybody else with no mask on. Y'all motherfucker. So I ain't fucking with y'all for that. But you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, if you're not aware, just definitely put your mask on, because you know, it's especially in the work environment, niggas doing all kind of shit. They not washing their hands, they not doing nothing, they touching everything. And they fucking sneezing, they
Touching
coughing on
everything.
everything. So make sure you keep sanitizer, and make sure you keep wipes to keep your station and shit like that wiped down, shit like that. If you're in manufacturing and shit like that, make sure you always wipe down your machines, shit like that, before you start to process it. You know what I'm saying? Because this shit is for real, it's serious. And thank you guys for your final thought. I'm gonna go ahead and get into my final thought. You know what I'm saying? And mine is just very simple. I just want to put to the people, to the world, to the masses, you know what I'm saying, to just achieve. But not only achieve, but just do it to all that your abilities will allow, because your abilities goes beyond measurable than you can even imagine. So I just want to leave that with the people, because we always want to leave with some positive stuff like that. You can do anything, okay, what you're going through in life, you know what I'm saying, you can do it.
It's never too late to start some shit.
It's never too
Never.
late to start.
And whatever
Never
type of
feel
shit
like
you
that.
start in, it don't matter. But it ain't never too late to start
Listen,
it.
Always
I'm
Jeff-
just saying.
Jeff Bezos.
Start some shit.
Jeff Bezos didn't get Amazon off the ground till his late 30s, early 40s. And the niggas now, he has surpassed Bill Gates as being one of the richest men in America. So it's never too late. Achieve all that your abilities will allow. And before we cut it out, P-Dub, our special guest, I want to give it to you. You know what I'm saying? You got your time here to let the people know. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
once again, man, this is P-Dub, man. I'm here with Wayne Faye. I had a lot of fun, man. I really like this. You know, this is definitely a big collab. I'm glad that y'all invited me, man, to this.
Glad you came, brother.
And, you know, don't forget to subscribe, smack that like button on both channels. Not just my channel, they channel also. So, you know, look forward to this, because it's going to be on my channel, too. So, you know.
What's your channel? What's the channel?
G1 Visions.
Okay.
G1 Visions. Go ahead and check me out, and you can check me out on Instagram. I am _P-Dub. You know, follow me, this and that. But, you know, I appreciate y'all.
Follow my guy. Hey, thank you
Definitely
again.
be tagged in below.
Coming
So
through,
definitely
man.
tag them below.
Appreciate you, man. This is our wonderful special guest, you know what I'm saying? Jermaine of all trades. Jack is too white. You know what I'm saying? And
You know what?
you know what I'm saying? Thank you for coming through, brother.
Yeah.
Supporting us. Hey, shout out to
No.
G1 Visions. You know what I'm saying? Thank y'all for coming through, capturing the whole process. We
already.
appreciate y'all. Listen, if you don't know, now you know. Please hit that like, subscribe button. We're nothing without y'all. We need y'all to be something. At least that's what they say. So just go and make it right. Let's go, baby. We out, baby. Yeah!